What's happening, people? Welcome to Saeed TV, and this is another video for you guys. Always do little Saeed reacts, but before I start this video, I want to say rest in peace to Claude. As you all know, Claude, formerly of AFTV, for me a very popular figure, a very opinionated, but it come from the heart, man. It really did, and I just want to send my condolences. Rest in peace to Claude. It's a short life, people, man, you know what I mean? And just look after yourself, look after your mental well-being, and look after people around you, man. It's been a hard 18 months, you know what I mean, a year. And it's been a tough one, man. Mental health, depression, a lot of people are suffering right now. It's all about maintaining your willpower and just keep going and fight for something, man. Live for something, people. And yeah, man, I just want to send my condolences to Claude, you know what I mean? Rest in peace. Very popular figure on the kind of football and YouTube side of it, and it's a sad story, man. Very sad story. When I heard about it today, I just, made me think, man, life is too short, man. People, you know what I mean. He was still, for me, still a young man, you know what I mean. And there's still a lot of life to live, But this is it, man. We have one life to live, people, and you got to use it to the maximum, man. But rest in peace to Claude, and I hope his family are all well. But back to the video, people, and the Glazer protest, man. Are you ready, people? Are you ready for the Glazer protest? Because I am. And I say that because I feel like it's squeaky bum time. You know, the old pudding saying to that folks, he's called it squeaky bum time. For me, this is squeaky bum time, people. This is where I feel like it's getting serious now. There's a lot of murmurings going on about we might not be signing players. It might not be this. It might be looking like a bleak summer. Man United are not really after this and that. And when you start to hear these kind of little ravelings, for me, largely enough, it comes true, man, And that's where my worry is, people. I really am worried. And I feel like for me, this is the best course of action now. This for me has to be the summer of all summers, man. Because Man City will stretch on next season, there was news yesterday about Aguero leaving. You just know they're going to replace him. He was an icon for 10 years at our football club. You know they're going to replace him. They've replaced every single player that's left there, And I think for me, Man United have still not replaced key figures like Wayne Rooney, Even to this day, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic. You know what I mean? Like, the list goes on and on, people. And it just goes to show the footballing structure have never adapted, have never done a kind of a long-term vision for this football club. It's always been short-term. As a football club, you cannot run like that. But hey-ho, innit? It's a business, innit? We know it's a business model. We know it. Everybody knows it. Every single person knows that this is a business model at this football club. And it stinks, man. And to me, yeah, I've had enough now. Yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a problem, but you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. The bigger problem are the Glazers. Because at the end of the day, if Ole's going to succeed or not, it's going to be down to the Glazers. Everything comes down to the Glazers and Woodward and the structure of this football club. We only did a podcast yesterday on Straight Jacket Podcast. You know what I mean? Detailing how bad the structure of football club is and how they're just giving new roles out to people when in reality it's the same people that are running this football club. The same three bankers, man. You know what I mean? The same three bankers, yeah, from Bristol University are running this football club like matesy, And for me, yeah, I just feel like this is the summer of all summers, people. And I feel like for me, everyone has to unite, man. Forget everyone's agenda. I'll drop my agenda on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I really will do. And I will back the cause, man. I will back it to the most highest degree. But are you going to be there, man? Are you going to be there for this? Are you going to be there at the protest? I know and I understand people can't make it around the world. A shout out to the people who are watching this worldwide. You can't all make it. You know what I mean? You might do and you might fly over or whatnot. But that's your hard work. And you know what? Fair play to you. But you know what? Yeah, this is going to be an absolute job. But we have to do it. It has to be a movement. It has to be a fan movement. And if we can get, let's say this happens in June when everything eases and the lockdown eases and whatnot, and we're allowed to go outside and we're allowed to do things right, we can build this massive protest because we know the problems are coming. But you don't just sit and wait till the end of the season, end of the transfer window, and then, you've got nothing to play for then because the Glazers can go behind their doors and they can say transfer window's over. So for me, yeah, I look at it and I think for me, this is the summer of all summers and we have to come out with a plan. You know what I mean? I think these hashtags are not working. They're really not working. Because at the end of the day, when you put hashtag Man United and whatnot, they're still getting shares. There's still money coming through. So we need to build a plan of action, you know what I mean? And I've said this many, many a times, man. And I'm trying to do something about it. I'm using my platform right now to ask and plead with the people, are you ready for this Glazer protest? Or are you going to say the same old excuses? Well, it's not going to do anything. It's, you know, the bigger club, they will never sell. If you have that attitude, man, and there's a lot of people say that to me, when I come with a plan, they're like, oh no, but it's never going to work. How will you never know? You'll never know anything. You know, life is a beautiful life, man. And you have to find things out. You have to experiment. You know what I mean? And this is the biggest experiment you'll ever do, mate. This is our football club, man. This is the club we love, getting run by bankers who don't have any clue about football. There's no football at all. They're hiring John Myrtle, who for me has no credible experience at his football club. None at all, mate. Yes, he's done stuff with the women's team. And you know what? Fair enough. But on the footballing side of it, he hasn't done anything. He doesn't fill me with kind of, momentum. He doesn't fill me with kind of optimism. That's the word I'm looking for. He don't fill me with that. Darren Fletcher, does that fill you with confidence? Does it really? He don't fill me with confidence. And that's my worry, people. It really, really worries me that these guys are eventually going to run this football club and try and design it to the point where everyone's becoming a shield. I called it yesterday. We are Shield FC. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a shield for the Glazers. And then John Myrtle is a shield, and Darren Fletcher for Woodward. They're all doing it together. They're shielding. Everything is a shield so that nothing comes on Woodward and the Glazers. Myrtle, and everyone's going to be calling Myrtle and Darren Fletcher out when the guys above him, in Joe Glazer and what's it called, Woodward, are making the wrong decisions, man. They're making the wrong decisions, people. And that's why, for me, you have to come on our side. You have to come and say, you know what? We're going to drop all agendas. Listen, I don't agree with you, mate, but this is the common cause. This is the common goal, people. We have to do it, man. There's a lot of murmuring. A lot of people are just doing things that are not affecting it, man. This is the right time to do it, people. Build the momentum, and then we go in the summer, because I know people, they're not going to buy signings that are going to be adequate to the football club. There's already going on that they're not going to buy a DM and all that sort of stuff. There's all this nonsense coming out of nowhere, and we're just going to let it slide. We can't let it slide, people. We really can't. We have to come with a plan of action and say, you know what? These guys are not getting away with it again. Last summer, they got away with it, people. They got away with it. There was no course of action. How can they buy Cavani and then a year later he just wants to leave? How do you do that, people? It's not good practice, man. And yes, for me, I was getting gassed by it. But this is a lesson in learning now. Buy players that will fit the system and style of what the manager wants. But they don't do that. You're buying Donny van der Beek. He don't fit into the players' plans. How do you get rid of him now? You just let him rot on the bench. And you play McFred every day. You know what I mean? Paul Popper today, Raiola, taking a mick out of us today. He's taking a mick out of us. He's saying that I'm in control. Man United Football Club, yeah. And Raiola is taking a mick out of us, saying I'm in control of this football club. I can do whatever I want. I'll sort things out. If I want to deal with Man United, I'll deal with them. And it's like, this would never happen under Ferguson. But that's the point. Too many things let slip under Alex Ferguson's reign. And it was brushed under the carpet. And now we're having to deal with everything. I'm not blaming Alex Ferguson. I'm not blaming David Gill. But there's no preparation involved. It was like, we mourned the kind of the leaving of Alex Ferguson too much, I think. Because we didn't build on everything. History moves on, people. But we didn't move on. And that was a problem with us. We didn't move on. And that, for me, inevitably, has really, really put us in a position where we are today. David Moyes was appointed by Alex Ferguson. No big club should do that ever, no matter what legend you are. There should be a director of football in place that has scouted the best manager to fit the process and fit the next stage of the rebuild. It should have been that, but it never was. And that's why, for me, inevitably, I'm putting out this video to say, you know what, people, let's get with it, man. As Norrin says, let's get with it and let's plan this protest right now. Listen, I'm talking in March. Sorry, end of March. By June, there needs to be real momentum, man. So we can have this Glazer protest. Seriously, man, you know what I mean? I'm being deadly serious. Something needs to happen, man. We can do it. But there's no one there. Like last time I was there and there were 30 people. That's a shame, man. for this football club. When you look at Marseille, when you look at the big football clubs that have done it, listen, I don't condone violence, but, you know, it has to be done, people. And it has to be done now. Are you ready? I'm ready, people. Guys, like the video, subscribe to Saeed TV, man. You know what I mean? We have to do this, people. It has to be done. You know what I mean? The Glazer protest this summer. You know what I mean? We have to build the momentum, guys. But guys, like the video, subscribe to Saeed TV, and rest in peace to Claude, man. Sad day.